Welcome to Subramani. The civil servants that we have, I first of all don't like the word, but anyway, is something which we inherited from the British. The British have something called Office of Fair Trading in UK, which has done a study on why scams happen and what can be done to prevent scams. To me, that itself is very enlightening. So I think given another 15-20 years, our regulators will also think of doing something like this as to seeing why there is a scam happening and what can be done to stop or avoid the scam. Why did this happen? Because the Brits regularly lose about 10 billion US dollars to scamsters and their scams, right? It could be anything, and I'll just have to read a little from the scam report. So first of all, I'm impressed that they have done some work like this, and the scams could be very different, right from the Nigerian scam which all of us receive a mail, to somebody saying I'll pay the fees for your children, or I'll give you a retirement plan, or any of those schemes, right? Many of those schemes are scams. And some of the conclusions are good. It says only people who have who think they know something in the field, which means I'm sure if you get a Nigerian scam mail, you just delete it. But there'll be some people who believe that let me just see what it is, let me just click, and then a couple of clicks, and then one wrong move and one bit of information given away, and suddenly they have all your details, and then you find that now they have all your details, and they are spending your money, or you're putting more good money after bad money. So first of all, I'm happy that somebody has made an in-depth study into seeing how these scams are happening. So first of all, there is even in UK there is this Nigerian advance fee business opportunity scam, where somebody says I'm a king or a prince and I've got so much money, please send me the money to recover it, and we will share a big booty, right? How do they do it? But by asking somebody to send a small amount of money, maybe 5,000-6,000 rupees. Then they say, oh, thank you very much, now you have to make another payment of 25,000. Here they've just found out that here you are gullible for 5,000-6,000, you will pay 25,000, not because you trust them, but because you want to save that 5,000-6,000. So the 25,000, then you will pay just 2 lakhs for a one-time thing. Then you will go to the airport to pick up something which will be worth nothing. That would have been 3 lakhs in customs duty or something like that. So you will come back saying, no, this is too expensive, I don't want, or something like that. Oh, now then you are threatened, right? All those things happen in India. So here also same, even in UK, I think something happens, some spurious calls, and then some premium phone numbers, and you purchase some worthless investments, and you get nothing in return, right? Scam victims are psychological traits seem to be specifically implanted in scam victimhood. Some people are born to be scammed. They are overconfident. They think they know everything because they are a successful doctor, or because they are a successful film star or something like that. Then they start thinking that they know they will be successful in everything. A successful businessman may not understand successful investment opportunities. This is very difficult to believe, right? So a person whom you think is very rational would have parked their money in all kinds of dubious schemes. Maybe some are not as bad a scheme, but something with a 60% upfront charge, which is going directly to the agent. There is no way how you will make money in a product like that, right? So you have been scammed, whether you accept it or no. And it is very difficult for an advisor to tell you, because when your advisor tells you that your bank has scammed you, you don't even want to hear that, right? So you will change the advisor. That is the easiest thing to do. Then also the scamsters, the conclusion is the scamsters appeal to the emotional instincts. This I have seen in real life. You catch hold of a 35-year-old or a 37-year-old woman who is not married, and convince her why such a marriage is possible and why she should keep giving money. So I know a woman who's somewhere in her mid-30s or late 30s, and she had parted with about 10-11 lakhs. Just because a person sent a very good photograph and he proposed marriage to her, and that was enough, because it was completely an emotional pitch. Another emotional pitch which happens, I've seen in India, is when a person is down with some illness, maybe cancer, maybe just COVID. That's a very great time to be going and selling products to them, like saying, oh, you had this, now you did not have insurance, see what could have happened if you had insurance, so we will take some insurance in your child's name. Completely useless, but then these kind of scams happen. So some of the people, the British study concludes, some of the people are they're scam victims. They want to be scammed, in the sense they go around saying that please scam me, or effectively something like that. They look at their profile, which means they could get scammed once, twice, thrice, right? So typically when you see a Nigerian advance, you just delete it. Why would you go and read it? People read it because of overconfidence. When they realize that it is some kind of an insurance thing, they say, oh, I know everything about insurance. Then they go and fall victim for exactly the same thing, right? Between 10% and 20% of people seem to be naturally more susceptible to scams. I have no reason why, it does not say why, but scams look, they have been put together by a teenager in a hurry and a hot date, and it is not really very sensible, but people still fall for it. And it is not that experience will protect you against that, because some boiler rooms from where they call up and say, sir, I think you should buy Reliance Power, it's a great company, it is only 15 rupees, look at Tata Power, it has moved from 30 to 300, right? So somebody will be pushing that to you, or some mutual fund or something. At least you're safer in mutual fund, because the downside is limited to you doing something in panic. If you stick around with a decent fund, good chances that you will get a good return, but you never know, right? Some people are more open to persuasion, and so no matter what is their background, some people can be persuaded into parting with money. Other triggers for behavioral psychologists and peer think they'll have little trouble, including scarcity. Sir, ye abhi band hone wala hai, next month there's a new scheme starting, and that is going to be, this scheme is much better than that scheme. Then there is commitment bias. So, sir, you don't have to commit for the next 20 years. This premium you have to pay only for 5 years, right? Some kind of fixation that I have not provided enough for my children, so I should take more term insurance for myself till the age of 92, so that somewhere if I die, my children will get something. Wrong. Term insurance is useful only for protecting your income. You don't need it till your age of 85, right? So, well, whether you are in that scam or not in that scam, I'll try getting the full report. I've got only a part of the report, so when I get a full report, maybe I'll put the link to you. But I'm very impressed that the bureaucrat is at least thinking in terms of protecting you, because the line between a scamster and a marketeer is not really much. It is for you to sit and understand what product you're buying. Do you need it at all? If you don't pay attention and somebody cons you, there is no point in blaming the regulator. Of course, the regulator has to do his job, but you also have to do your job of understanding whether it is a push, whether it is a scam, or whether it is a marketing thing. Whenever somebody comes and pushes something very hard on you, just stay away from that product at least for a week, right? Just block calls, etc. You will get more mental clarity, and then you decide whether you need to buy it at all. Thank you.